Hi, this is 365801 and this is a BL year in review video. Yes, I am doing this again for my sins. So back in 2019, I was keeping a reading thread, and every month I would take a photograph and I would also post that on a thread of manga hauls for the month. In August, I started the YouTube channel and therefore I was making manga haul videos as well. So when it came to the end of the year, for a review of my BL year 2019, I decided to make this video. I spent how much on BL? And I was shocked of the total amount that I had spent. And so I vowed to make an effort to spend a lot less and to buy a lot less in 2020. And then 2020 happened. And we all know what happened in 2020, and so spending was happening much more so. I was aware of it though, and I was trying, at least in some part, to make an effort to reduce the amount that I had spent. But it didn't help. Not really. So yeah, we're back here again. It feels like it's been a lifetime, and it's only been 1 year. So yeah, are we ready to do this? I'm not. Hopefully I've done better. I doubt it, but maybe. A short disclaimer before we begin. For the sole purpose of consistency and in no way to avoid accountability, we will just be focusing on my BL purchases and my BL expenditure. We will not be including the male romance side of things because of reasons. Yeah, so just the BL, guys, just the BL. As usual, I'm just going to start with January. We're going to go through what I purchased, what was BL, and how much it was. Then add on the digital, and then give a total for the month. So for the month of January, I was very good and purchased 5 volumes of BL. They came to a total of £49.21. However, I also have the Futekia, and I purchased something on Renta, and that was £13.75. So my January total was £62.96. When we move on to February, I was able to collect 11 print volumes of BL. Obviously more than the 7 maximum that I give myself, falling down on the first hurdle right there. That came to £101.90. Then of course add on the Futekia, and also I purchased some coins on Leshin. Now I'm just going to point this out. Ali, if you're watching this, if it's more than £20, I don't need to know, don't tell me, please don't tell me. We'll just pretend that it's £20. So I'm just going to put down £20. So my digital spend was £26.99. Shh, Ali, don't tell me. So the total for February is £128.89. On to March. Now with March, I did purchase quite a few volumes, 25 print volumes in total, and a full set of Let Die. That's quite a lot, as well as starting a new series, 1001 Nights. So I spent £115.96 for the print. I also had my Futekia at £6.99. So my March total was £122.95. Now we're going to continue with the poor showing of not sticking to my limit or my budget. In April, I also purchased 17 print volumes of manga or BL, including a very expensive yaoi novel, which I regret to some degree. And that came to a total of £151.63. But with my digital Futekia subscription included as well, my April total was £158.62. Now we go on to May, And in May, I picked up 10 print volumes. 2 of them were a gift. Yay! Which meant that my total for print was only £53.02, which seems really good. But then we have all of the digital, and with May I did spend a lot of money on digital. Now, of course, I had my Futekia subscription, $6.99, but I also purchased, and I cannot believe I totally forgot about this, so I have not read any of these, a lot of Tokyopop titles on a sale on Kindle. So I got The Cat Proposed, Two Peas in a Pod, Are Not So Lonely, Travel Guide, This Wonderful Season, Katakoi Lamp, Koi Monogatari Volume 1 and 2, and there are things I can't tell you. So I did purchase quite a lot, which was £23.39. But I also got the Humble Bundle, and I can't remember if it was May or June, so I'm just going to shove it in here because it seems pretty bad. So that is £43.39 as a total, because I'm just going to say that it was £20 that I spent on the Humble Bundle, because I can't actually remember how much. So the total for May, which seemed really good, is now £96.41. Now, if we move on to June, I was able to pick up 9 print volumes, and I paid £80.69 for them. I had my Futekia subscription, so my June total comes to £87.68. If we move on to July, I did actually pick up a full 1 to 6 set of Ze at £35, so that was quite a good buy. It did mean that I had 11 volumes for July, and the cost was £77.86 because I got a good deal by buying 3 of them in Forbidden Planet, something I would want to do more of to be able to get good deals. Now, I also had a Futekia subscription for July at £6.99, but I also purchased BL Fans Love My Brother, which I already own in print, but it was only £1.42, so my digital total is £8.41 for the month, so my July total overall is £86.27. Now for August, I was doing a no buy, so technically there shouldn't be any costs, except I do have my Futekia subscription at £6.99, and also I purchased The Night Beyond the Tri-Cornered Window Volume 8, which I think came out at the end of August, and I'm going to put that down as about £6 because I bought it through Sublime, and so they deal with like $5.99 or $6.99 in American money, so I only know roughly what it would be, so I'm putting it down as £6. So my total for August would be £12.99, which is obviously great. Now, because I was pretending to not buy anything in August, my September is double the amount that it really should be. Still not as bad as other months. 14 print volumes, and that came to £121.04. But with my Futekia subscription added on, my September total is £128.03. Then we come into October, and in October I purchased 10 volumes of BL. I'm not including Utahime and Olympus, because even though I personally read into it as BL, it's not actually BL. So the total cost of those 10 volumes is £73.91. Of course, we had the Futekia subscription and another volume of Night Beyond the Tri-Cornered Window, that's volume 9. So the digital spend was £12.99. So the total for October was £86.90. In November, once again, I did a no buy month, and so my Futekia total would be £6.99 only, which is pretty darn good. This takes us up to the final month of the year, where I unfortunately did a little bit of impulse buying because I was out and about in an actual shop surrounded by real people. and had a little, I don't know, brain freeze and just ended up spending money that I shouldn't have, but still quite happily bought all of that stuff. Anyway, it's 11 volumes in December, and the total is £107.19. This is for a total of 118 print volumes. With my Futekia subscription for £6.99 and also a digital purchase, I bought Fangs for £2.37. So that's my digital total is £9.36. My total for December is £116.55. So by going through month by month what I spent for the year and having a look, I can see at a glance that it's not where I wanted to be, even with my 2 no-buy months, which were of varying degrees of success. I can already tell that the amount is not going to be one that I'm going to be pleased with. I can total it all up and give you the amount. It is £1,095.24, which is also $1,497.79 if you're in the US. This is in no way the amount that I wanted it to be. It is significantly more. Unfortunately, I was a little bit shocked, I have to admit, by the figure, considering my goals for 2021 at the start of 2021. Now I can compare that to the amount that I spent in 2019 and 2020 because I have 2 years of data as a comparison, and on the face of it, it does seem as though I'm spending less, which is fantastic. 2019 it was 1,300, 2020 it was 1,200, and in 2021 it's just shy of 1,100. So each year it's £100 less. But bearing in mind that my goal was between £200 and £300, it's significantly more than it was meant to be. Now for that £1,095.24, I was able to purchase 118 print volumes and also pick up 12 digital volumes. So it was altogether 130 volumes, but because I usually just count print, it was 118 print volumes. Now we can compare that to 2019 when I picked up 172 volumes and 2020 when I picked up 179 volumes. So it's significantly less for only a little bit less money. So that doesn't bode well for the average price. Now I do need to celebrate any achievements that I have, and the big achievements for 2021 when it comes to the collection was completing 2 out-of-print BL publishers. I have completed them. I now no longer have anything more to buy from them, so I can't spend any more money on them, which is only a positive in this respect. So I'm very happy that that was able to be achieved in 2021. It also means that I have now over 1,150 BL manga in my collection. I don't know the exact number because I haven't totaled it up over the last few months, but I know that it's over that number. So I'm very happy that I have that amount, although I might talk about that a little bit more in subsequent videos. Now I mentioned the average cost of 1 volume of manga when we take the total and we look at the number of volumes that I was able to add to the collection. In 2019 the average cost was £7.62 and in 2020 it was £6.81. Now in 2021 it is £7.63. So it's only a tiny little bit more expensive than 2019, but it definitely feels like it should be more due to the smaller number that I've added to the collection and yet still quite a substantial amount spent on BL. Now my most expensive purchase for 2021 was the yaoi novel Lonely Egotist at £27.83, which hurt my heart. It hurt even more when I tried to read it later in the year and discovered it was really not very good. So that was a bit of a disappointment. However, a close second was actually Drunken Dreams, which I got for £24.74, But that is something that I would consider an absolute bargain and steal because I got it for a really good deal, and also it's a classic, beautiful work by Moto Hagio that I'm really pleased to have in my collection. Now, the least expensive volume of manga was probably BL Fans Love My Brother in digital format for £1.42. I also got the print volume, but that would probably be the cheapest digital one. I also picked up A Polar Bear in Love, Volume 1, for £1.79. Now, I'm not sure if it is BL, but I definitely think that a man being in unrequited love with another man and being star-crossed lovers in some way, even if one is a polar bear and one is a seal, is grounds for my Fujo heart to beat faster. So I'm putting it in there as my BL pick. I would like to pick up the rest of it and see just how BL it is, or BL adjacent. For 2021, I set myself the limit of 7 print volumes of manga per month, which I was not able to stick to at all, except in January. I also set myself the kind of limit of between £200 and £300 for the full year, and I massively overspent. That was supposed to include the Futekia subscription as well, which is around £84 for the year. Now, this does mean that I'm bitterly disappointed in myself, which is never a nice feeling. No one likes to feel that. And yet every single year when I make this video, that's how I feel. And I do it because I need to remind myself that this is a hobby and this is not something that I want to spend all of my money on. I am much more disappointed this year than I was last year. Even though last year I said I was going to try. I really wanted to try this year and I really felt like I was putting a lot of effort into it, but evidently not. What's worse is, as I mentioned at the start of this video, this is just the BL. This is not the male romance. So if you add on all the cost of the male romance, like my Audible subscription and my Kindle Unlimited subscription and all of the books that I've purchased and Audible books that I've purchased, it's a massive amount, and I don't want to think about how much it is, and I definitely don't want to total it up because I already know I'm disappointed in myself. This is something that I really feel is based on my mood, and so I'm going to try and track my spending much more closely and be more mindful of purchases in 2022. That's going to be a goal for sure. The good news is that because I got 2 publishers completed, I will now no longer have to purchase those again. So there are certain benefits to having spent the money already. You can't spend it again. So I'm happy about that in some respects, but also it did bring on a little bit of a crisis of collector's conscience in a sense. Thinking about how much I'm spending definitely doesn't help my anxiety at all. Which is why I make this video, and this is why I put it out into the world, for a bit of accountability. So, if this video made you feel uncomfortable, I do apologise. I'm so sorry. But I do it to make myself feel uncomfortable rather than anyone else. This is an amount that is very personal to me. If you spend money on a BL and you spend way more, please don't feel anything other than what you want to feel about it. This is all my details, it's no one else's. If you don't spend any money on BL, then please help me, because I think this is how I need to go. Give me advice, please. If you also do this, do you keep a track of your spending? Are you keeping any kind of records or tracking? Let me know in the comments down below if you do, because I'd like some advice on that as well. I do think that keeping a track on your spending on a hobby is probably a good and healthy thing. It's an adult thing, a thing that I should probably be doing more of. So, the one thing that I definitely have come to appreciate from this year is the fact that even though having a subscription service to Futekia, I didn't use it nearly as much as I wanted to, but I still used it more than I did the purchases that I made. So if you can only afford to get a Futekia subscription, it's like $6.99 I think a month. I think that is a fantastic way to support the industry by legally purchasing manga to read. I really like the Vitikia subscription, and I've enjoyed reading from it this year, which is much cheaper than buying the actual manga in physical form, which makes me a little bit depressed. Anyway, thanks for sticking with me to the end of this video. I hope it didn't hurt your heart as much as it hurt mine. Remember, every day is a BL day. Let's make them cheaper BL days in the future, if possible. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you want to. There's more videos like this coming where I have an existential crisis. Take care, everyone. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!